Middle East and North Africa threaten attacks worldwide. The president lashes out at a domestic employer over Obamacare, and critics quickly react to a goofy video. This is Special Report. Good evening, welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. With just 3 days to go in the Obamacare open enrollment period, President Obama is throwing down with one of the nation's most high-profile retailers, which says he is totally off base. All this comes as terrorism and insurrection threaten portions of the Middle East, Asia, and North Africa tonight. And the latest presidential video project, well, it's getting a lot of attention, but perhaps not in the way the White House intended. Correspondent Peter Ducey has the story.
Who needs the press pool when you've got a selfie stick? In a new BuzzFeed video, the leader of the free world makes faces, draws pictures.
That's pretty good.
And enjoys milk and cookies. Or tries to.
Thanks, Obama.
But the president had a point.
Deadline for signing up for health insurance is February 15th.
The purpose of this video is to remind people that there are only 3 days left in the open enrollment period.
In many cases, you can get health insurance for less than $100 a month. Just go to healthcare.gov.
And that's not all. In a more serious sit-down with BuzzFeed, the president picked a fight with Staples, accusing the office supply chain of gaming the system, reducing some employee shifts to 25 hours a week so they don't have to provide health insurance.
But when I hear large corporations that make billions of dollars in profits trying to blame our interest in providing health insurance as an excuse for cutting back workers' wages, shame on them.
But Staples says the president is flat out wrong, and that, quote, the initial story was misleading as our policy regarding hours for part-time employees is more than a decade old. It predates the Affordable Care Act by several years. It's unfortunate that the president is attacking a company that provides more than 85,000 jobs and is a major taxpayer. Meanwhile, the president's critics say if there's a problem, he should look in the mirror.
Well, the surprise is just that the president was so audacious as to come out and blame a specific company for problems that he himself created.
A brand new Fox News poll shows 53% of voters disapprove of the president's handling of health care, but supporters of the law say that people are coming around.
There might be isolated incidents of business being opposed to certain aspects of Obamacare. I think we've seen that business has backed up Obamacare in the high court in the challenge that's currently going on this term with the justices.
Now there's a new issue, as critics wonder why the president participated in such a silly video with so many serious items on his agenda. The New York Times is using the word humiliation in their summary, and the Washington Post, with a tongue-in-cheek blog, has ranked these images in the order they diminish the presidency, writing, quote, it's just Obama being a weirdo.
YOLO, man.
Some people love it, some people hate it, but regardless, this video made history with President Obama becoming the first commander-in-chief to perform a selfie stick shtick. Right.
Peter, thank you. So, the president's getting scorched, as you just heard, by even normally supportive media tonight. Fox News media analyst and host of Fox's Media Buzz, Howard Kurtz, is here with reaction. Good evening, Howie. So what do you make of the president joining in on this skit?
Well, it's a coup for BuzzFeed, and Barack Obama is the pop culture president, hanging out with Zach Galifianakis or those wacky YouTube stars, much like Bill Clinton used to do, playing the sax on Arsenio Hall or talking about his underwear on MTV. And I've been known to shoot a few imaginary hoops when you're not looking, Brett. But some of what the president was doing, we're seeing it here, just made me wince. I mean, sticking out his tongue, practicing February in front of the mirror, just seems at times he's more interested in being the entertainer-in-chief.
So what do you think the White House stands to gain from all this?
Obviously, Brett, the president hopes that if this video goes viral, he could perhaps persuade some more younger people to sign up for Obamacare. But we're told that this was shot on the same day that it was confirmed that ISIS had killed the hostage Kayla Mueller. And so we're in a very sober and serious time in the war on terror. And some of these antics can just seem a little frivolous.
Yeah. Howie, thank you.
Thanks.
We appear to be no closer tonight to getting this year's funding for Homeland